which is a championship. And I say that because this team is not the same team from last year. No. They got a lot of different pieces, and they got to learn how to play together and what they need to do to motivate each other defensively, not offensively, defensively.
How are these numbers for what he did to your former city in 48 hours? 46 points on 16 of 21, 8 blocks.
That's nice. That's MVP numbers. I know everybody's talking about Luka, talking about all that, but this guy is putting up MVP numbers each and every year. We don't talk about his assists, but he gets a couple of assists every now and then. But let's talk about defense and offense, a complete package. That's what you want to see out of an NBA player.
Big game. Hold your thoughts because I want to get them. LeBron set the tone early, 22 of his 26 points in the first half. He's talking to Mike in the media about that three-pointer in front of the Lakers bench.
Well, my teammate, hit me with a bet on the sideline, and I took the bet while I was still shooting the ball. So, a bet isn't official until you look a man in the eye. So I had to look him into the eye, and I was able to win that one.
Okay, going to need a couple follow-ups on this one. Who was the teammate?
Dennis the Menace. Okay,
and so was the bet just like, can you turn around and look at me, or can you do it no look, or what were his words that you heard?
He said, bet you won't make it. And in order to make a bet official, you either got to have a handshake or you got to look a man in the eye. So he said, bet it. And I turned around, looked him in the eye, and I said, bet it.
What did you think of your other teammates' reactions around Dennis there?
I love my teammates, man. We got a great group of guys, and we want to continue to build on what we've been doing on the road so far. And tonight was another example of that.
Dave? LeBron, so a lot of people comparing that shot to something Steph Curry does. KCP just told Trudell that. Nick Young did it and missed it. Gilbert Arenas did it and made it, hit a game winner. Who do you associate that shot with in NBA history?
Well, Steph has definitely probably done it the most in our league. And when you shoot the ball as beautiful and effortlessly and precisely as Steph does, he has the ultimate ultra green light to do that because 10 times out of 9 is going in for Steph.
Bill?
Hey, LeBron, what do you attribute this team's chemistry and the energy you were talking about, the love you have for your teammates? You guys haven't been together that long. It's a lot of new guys. What do you attribute this kind of instant bond?
We all got one common goal, and our common goal is to hold each other accountable. Put a lot of pressure on us as individuals, on our individual self. And then if one individual is not feeling like himself, then we pick our brother up. And that's what it's all about. We got a common goal to compete every night, to play championship basketball, and to be selfless. And that's both on and off the floor. So we know we can't, obviously can't do much off the floor with the landscape of, COVID and the pandemic and things of that nature. But our film sessions, our plane rides, and our bus, sessions has given us some camaraderie.
Kyle?
Hey, you said before this road trip that so far you guys have been playing B+ basketball. Where do you guys put these two games against the Rockets, and how close to your potential do you think you guys played on this trip?
I think we played some really good basketball on this trip, but I think that question was asked after the first 10 games, how would you assess your team? I have a better assessment after game 20 and give us another grade. But I thought we played some really good basketball, especially defensively. We heard what our captain AD said after San Antonio game, and from there on, we've been locked in.
Last two, Dan Workey.
Hey, LeBron. I kind of have a two-parter for you. The league today announces, some updates to the protocols that are pretty restrictive. The bubble life as much as anybody. You lived it longer than any other player. I hate to always remind you of that, but what can it be replicated without the physical bubble? And I guess, have your thoughts about potentially ever returning if necessary, has that changed at all since the day you left Orlando?
Well, the bubble was a success. Obviously, from a player, from a performance standpoint, as far as our league getting it back going. I haven't thought about the bubble much after I left. Once again, Dan, you continue to give me PTSD. Every time you ask me about the bubble, I start shaking and thinking about 96 straight nights in that place. But for us, I don't know. I think for our team, we live in LA County, so pretty much the new protocols and things that came out today is pretty much everything we've been doing since March of last year. So not too much has changed on our landscape for us as a ball club or us as a team or as a franchise. So it doesn't change too much for us. Obviously, if any of you guys live in LA County, most of you guys do. That's with our B team. But it's pretty much standard for us anyway. So it's easy for us to go about the new protocol in any way, shape, or fashion.
Last question, Mark Medina.
Hey, LeBron, to follow up on that, I mean, given the handful of games that have been postponed this week, what is your comfort level of the league's ability to navigate through this and complete the season?
Well, I mean, we knew that the tougher months were going to be right after the holidays. Thanksgiving and then Christmas. For the majority, obviously, these are the two holidays where you want to be around family. Everyone should be around family. We'll come out of this stronger. Obviously, we never want our games to be postponed because of the virus and COVID and things of that nature. But I think we have a great group as far as the NBA side and NBPA side that will continue to do the due diligence and continue to keep the things moving and running. And hopefully all the guys that's been hit with COVID, hopefully they come back stronger. They get over it. And any of the tracing going on as well. But, our league has always been receptive to our players, receptive to the franchises and everything that's going on. And obviously we know with the pandemic and the COVID issue still going on, we want to be receptive to that. So, I think we're and still in a really good place. And, we continue to always, work for the best and hope for the best. So, that's what it's about.
Thank you.
That's LeBron James talking about the new protocols that the NBA and the NBA PA have put in place for this to be a successful season. I want to talk about this Laker defense. Here's what they did in Houston. 43 combined blocks and steals. They had 10 blocks tonight, Rob, to go along with those 10 steals. 49 fast break points. Talk about a team that dialed it in on that end of the floor, because that's a calling card for this team, Rob. This team needs to get out in transition. That's when they're at their best, going downhill. LeBron James, everybody filling in. And the head of the snake is AD. But I want to give credit also to those Laker guards, whether it's Dennis and KCP or then you bring in THT and Caruso. Their ability to guard the perimeter, their ability to pick up full 90, Rob, sometimes on makes. They put a lot of pressure on guards, and that's something I've really picked up in this Houston series. That's 4 guys that are coming at you, causing a lot of havoc.
That's total dominance on defensive end. And you're playing one of the teams that goes to the free throws line because free throw line is not because of James Harden.
Yep.
And for James to only shoot 5 free throws a night and who's handling the rock as much as he does and not foul him is key. James goes to the hole. He grabs you. He does these things to try to get to the line, but they didn't fall for it, and that's key.
That's a great stat. Only 16 free throws for this Rockets team.
Very seldom do you block James Harden's shots without fouling him. And I saw at least 3 or 4 times where they were able to block his shots on the ball from the weak side. It really frustrated him. When I look at the other stats, Nwaba, 0 points. P.J. Tucker, 0 points. Rob was right. They were swarming. Every time you thought you had an open shot, they were collapsing, switching. And I've never seen a player that scores 0 points and has a big impact on the game. Caruso had a huge impact on the game to not score any points. That just goes to show you that, scoring is not everything. He did a lot of great things out there defensively. He, Kuzma on the boards, Schroeder picking up full court. Those guards are tough. They're like some tough linebackers out there.
Remember when Nwaba was on this team? What'd you guys used to sing? Nwaba.
Waba.
I just thought he was, for a guy of his stature, he was always one of the best dressed guys. That's the only thing I remember about him.
Good style.
Good style.
And plays
That's
good
it.
D.
Yeah.
Good young man. All right, let's get you to the highlights. Houston.
Geometry. I'm thinking about that.
That was an acute
Hmm.
pass.
You were good at geometry.
Real nice, Professor.
We're at 60 degrees.
6 straight wins on the road to open this season. Let's hear from Frank Vogel. He's speaking with Mike in the media. Acute. I like
Hey,
that.
Frank, you've spoken before about how it can be tricky to get a team twice in a row and to play to match the level of intensity. But what did you see in that first quarter and the way that you came out for a second straight game against Houston?
Yeah, well, we played some brilliant basketball, in stretches of both of the last two games, but in particular the first quarter tonight, really the first half tonight. I thought we had a great offensive motor, running the floor, crashing the boards, moving the basketball, good half-court pace, and our defense was really tight, with our execution and containment and all those types of things. So. Like I said, we know it's harder to beat a team a second time in a row, and we came out with that sense of urgency to start the game.
I don't know how much you saw of LeBron's no-look three and turnaround. He said that Dennis Schroeder said you're not going to make it, and he had to turn around and look him in the eye to secure the bet. And obviously you saw how the guys reacted. Just want to get your thoughts on that and as an extension of the chemistry on this team.
Yeah, that's one of our most important goals is to build that chemistry. I wasn't exactly sure what happened on that play. I saw the bench erupt, but now I know. And that's just a positive sign, for this year's group. Every year, your team has to reestablish its chemistry, whether there's changes to the roster or not. And it's a priority of ours, to try to build that chemistry every time we're together.
So you didn't see the shot, or you just was hard to see the reaction?
I thought it was an ordinary corner three.
Okay.
Look. Is that what happened?
Oh yeah. So he shot it and then he immediately turned around while it was about halfway, kind of like a Steph Curry three, right? When he turned around to look at Dennis. Yeah. So you'll have to catch you'll be able to find the video.
I did call my bench out for bringing better energy to start this trip. And last game it was great. Tonight was great as well.
Dan?
So you get credit for that shot, Frank, essentially is what you're saying.
Of course. Every time you win, the coach gets all the credit. Don't you guys know this yet?
That's how, we give the credit, so you're right. I wanted to ask you a little bit about the defensive activity tonight. Obviously, the blocks and the steals are measured. Deflections are a number you guys keep internally. It seems like you guys were on every pass tonight. I'm sure defensively that made you pretty happy.
Yeah, well, it's indicative of A, containment, and B, executing our coverages the right way. When we execute our coverages and when we can handle the pick and roll with two guys, the best of our ability, that allows us to sort of stay home and recover back to the shooters. And I thought tonight was probably our best of the year in terms of recognizing those early reads and getting those recovery plays back to the shooters. So. But it starts with the two guys on the ball in the pick and roll, and it starts with the one-on-one containment that allowed us to stay home.
Kyle?
I know you guys are having fun tonight, but sort of the other side of this is that you guys have now won 6 straight games against the Rockets. Obviously some change on that team, but what's it like to have sort of a mental grip over a team like that and one of the best scorers in the league?
Well, it's early on. That team can come around. They got a lot of firepower over there. I have a great amount of respect for their coach, and I think they're gonna right the ship. Just fortunate that we were able to prevail in the playoff series, and feel good about how we played in these 2 games.
You know what time it is, Rob.
What time is it?
You now have 9 years on the network. Your own wall. Drop down and get over to it. Rob's Wall, ladies and gentlemen. Time for a little Access 360 breakdown. What are you breaking down?
We're going to talk about the Lakers defense here. This is what's about the defense. You got to swarm. Look at everybody talking and communicating here. Look, Gasol is in position. KCP gets back and corrals James. LeBron is in position. But what we can't really see, if you look really closely, look at AD. AD's out here barking out instructions to LeBron. Tells LeBron, I got your back. So he moves up in position. And look, they all swarm like yellow jackets. They own you. Look at they wearing yellow. They like yellow jackets. Right here, you get over the screen. You push the guy into your defender. Gasol's in good position. AD is a rim protector. LeBron is right here to dig. They got the Rockets so confused. Look, they got bad spacing right here. Off his shoulder, back here, out of bounds. They don't know what they want to do. They got to talk about it. They don't know. They just all discombobulated out there. Here now, he tries to get angry and goes over. Look at the defense. Look at Schroeder get a foot in the paint and say, you know what, I got your back. But Schroeder knows he's so quick. Look how fast he gets back out there to the defender. He gets back in perfect position. Look, like so he can't go around and stays in front. Here, you give it out. Trez is in a great position. He approaches him just right. The thing about this is a lot of people want to overshoot the play, but they're in position. Look at this, swarming defense, yellow jackets on you, stinging you, making you mad, making you miserable. Look, now what you're going to do? I'm just going to throw a shot up. You know what we're going to do? Bad shot. Now we're off to the races. That's what you got to do as a defense. It's like yellow jackets. I remember one time I was walking through the woods in Alabama, and I stepped in a yellow jacket.
That could not have been fun.
And it was all over me, just like the Lakers. Just like they all over you.
Look at the flames going on behind you.
Ooh, that's hot.
Look at that. Look at that over there. Ooh, that's hot. Man, I'm sweating over here. You're having a lot of fun, aren't you?
Yes, I am, man. You know, you got to enjoy this world because there's a lot of things going on in this world that we don't want, or we don't like. But you got to make the best of your time.
Big Game just smiling with approval, aren't you? Just proud of him.
I just don't know if you guys. I like that fire behind you.
Looks good, by the way.
I don't think you guys realize the body motion that Rob puts into it. I mean, he's really like a coach on the sideline. Hey,
I got to be careful over here. They don't want to see how
be
tight it is.
By the way,
y'all got to build him a bridge back here because
that over there's got a lot of room, like a catwalk. But this is
we don't want to see that on live
we go
TV.
Man down. It's going to be something else. It'll be great for TV though. More to come on Access.
Don't put that out
in the league. One championship.
I'm crying.
Still having that kind of fun. I mean, that man is amazing, man. He's an amazing guy.
What you looking at me for?
I'm just enjoying the moment, man.
Me too. Go ahead.
You got your pajama pants on right now? Yeah,
maybe.
Okay. Dennis Schroeder scored 14 points.
Flannel warm
but we
ones.
want to hear from him about that LeBron 3. Take it away, Mike.
Hey, Dennis, LeBron explained to us what he saw happen in the corner on that no-look 3. Could we hear from your perspective what you said and how it transpired?
Was I think, transition play. You know, you went the corner, up the floor, somebody passed it to him. I told him to bet a Benjamin on it, you know, so he shot it, or took a dribble, shot it, and turned around and said, bet, you know. Then it went in, and it's just legendary, you know. He's just such a amazing player, you know, having fun out there, and it's nice to be a part of it.
Dennis, is that something you've done before with LeBron? Did it just come into your mind that it'd be a funny thing to do? Like, were you sure he could hear you? What else happened there?
I mean, we just, you know, always having fun, you know, in practice. You know, I think it's all about having fun and being happy at your job, you know. So I think everybody, when they wake up, you know, they like to come to work. And I think that's pretty important for us. And I mean, I always, you know, be on the sideline and just talking and try to get everybody engaged. And that's what came first in mind, you know, and that's what I said, and that was his response.
And then just last one on this, apologies already, but did any of your other teammates weigh in? Any jokes as he went on the court? Did LeBron say anything after?
I mean, everybody was laughing about the situation. Everybody had fun. Everybody was talking about it, you know, even during timeouts. It was just a, you know, hell of a play. Just it.
Dave?
How much does in-game betting, like even if it's just something that's kind of fun like that, does that occur? Are you guys doing it on free throws or any other situations like that?
No, not really. We know when we miss free throws sometimes, you know, or open dunk like Caldwell Pope, you got to put something in the pot, you know. So I mean, we got kind of games like that, but, you know, normally we being careful with that.
The fire is going. You know that only means one thing. Rob's going back to the wall because our crew out there is so good in the newsroom. We have an Access 360. Go ahead and do it, Rob. We have an Access 360 of that play with LeBron. We're breaking it all down.
This play is so special.
Get out of the way, Rob, so
his
everyone
own
can see.
360 right here. LeBron kicks it over to Twin. Twin uses that right hand and kicks it to LeBron. LeBron looks down. You know, I'm going to set my feet. And we got Dennis the Menace trying to be a menace saying, hey, dude, bet that. Bet that. LeBron said, you know what? I got you. I'm going to bet that. We already got people putting the threes up like, okay, look at Kuz. Look at Caruso.
Go.
So everybody's looking like, is it going in? Is it going in? We don't know. What did they say? We always speculate. Even I was speculating. I was saying, only if Ohio State was this good. What were they saying? But we really found out what he was saying. He said, bet that. Look at the pajamas. Look at the PJs right here. But you don't get it. These PJs are so nice. One side is plaid, one side is solid. Right here. Good pass. But look up in the stands right here.
Get him, Rob.
LeBron James fans like saying, yo, baby, it's good. You know? That's what you got to say. That's what you got to respect fans. That's why you want fans in the stands right there, for you can see good stuff like that right there. Look at them run on the court. They almost got fouled right there for running on the court. We don't know about that. But KCP is enjoying it. The Lakers enjoying it. That guy right there is really enjoying it. Let me tell you something, boy. This is a special day.
Look at Big Dick.
This is special, man.
You are like, oh, man. By the way, just if you didn't see the pregame show, you know, maybe you're at practice or something, you're having family dinner, you missed it. This is the debut of Rob's wall. Allie, how happy has he been?
Big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal. I still can't believe we gave Rob the fire ambiance. I still can't believe we gave it to you.
Because I'm hot like that. You know who's the happiest? Big game, just chilling. Oh, man, I'm trying to make everyone proud. Let's go to break. More to come on Access. Look at the next 5 games for the Lakers. First up, it's the Thunder on Wednesday. We're going to be right back here soon. Then it's a home game on Friday against the Pelicans. Warriors, MLK, Monday night. That's on TNT, but of course we'll be here doing the pre- and post-game show. Then they play the Bucks and Bulls in the first 2 games of a 7-game roadie. It's going to be a lot of fun. 11 points, 11 boards for Kuz. He's now speaking with Mike.
Hey, Kuz, I wanted to first just ask you about the games, not just this one, but the previous one against Houston. You guys seem to control both from the outset. What you saw as the key and how your play has progressed as a team over these last couple of weeks.
We're just still trying to figure things out as a team. Obviously, we haven't been together for that long, but we have stints in areas where we shine and we really show our togetherness, and that's a great sign. So super early in the season with the type of aspirations that we have. So I think it's going well. Still got to work on things, but that's what the regular season is for. Every game in the regular season, obviously you want to win, but it's all rehearsal for the playoffs, so we get it right when it matters.
And Kuz, forgive me, I forget if you were on the court or on the bench during that no-look LeBron 3. Schroeder told us about it. Like he said, bet a Benjamin on it. Obviously, LeBron turns around and hits the shot. What did you think of that play and the reaction afterwards?
Man, he's one of the greatest to ever play this game. And the things that he does, it's always, it's always crazy to watch in real time. So,
how good?
Hey, Kyle, obviously the protocols restrict you guys from doing a lot of the off-court stuff that you might normally do to kind of blend together. How do you guys make that up? Is it all in-game road trip type stuff? Where does that happen since you can't do as much of it?
You just got to move smart. I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously COVID is out there. It's alive and well, and there's still a lot of different cases out there. So it's all about just being protective and doing things smart, always wearing a mask. If you're going to a restaurant or anything, just take the precautions. And, obviously you can get it anywhere, but, we have a very smart team and we're doing things the right way with the guidelines, because, none of us want to get each other sick or have to miss games. So, we're very precautious, and we want to stay on top of the West. So
from the beginning of the game, they were just aggressive, veteran team, obviously, championship team, and one of the best teams that we have in this league. I love this city. I literally, have done everything that I can. This situation is crazy. It's something that I don't think can be fixed. So, thanks.
Things are getting bad in Houston, as you can see. He doesn't think it can be fixed, and he just got up and walked away. There's a lot of different ways you can take this, but I think we talked about it in the pregame show. It just seems like his days in Houston are numbered. But, Rob, here's the thing. He has a job. He's under contract. He's got teammates, fans. You got to come out and give better effort and play for this team.
And sometimes people can get confused with what's the bigger picture. It becomes an I thing instead of a we thing. You still have to play for your teammates. You spent too many times on that court, too many times in that locker room with those guys. So I know you have relationships with those guys, and you shouldn't want to let them down. That's one of the things that I always took pride in myself. I really valued my teammates. You never want to do anything to put them in a bad situation or make the team look bad. And I think with James is he needs to just take a look in the mirror and say, hey, I'm still getting paid more than 9/10 of the league. I'm still, one of the marquee players, and I have to keep that light on me. I have to keep the right light on me, not a bad light, because right now he's putting himself in one of those positions that he doesn't want to be in. That's going to, taint his career or taint his image.
And listen, James, we're not there on the day-to-day. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what conversations he's had with Rockets management, but the optics of it, it's just a bad situation.
Yeah, what we do know is that the Houston Rockets believed in James Harden enough to sign him to a nice, fat contract. And I'm from the old school. When you sign a contract, you honor it until both sides, come up with a bipartisan decision on what they want to do. Obviously, he's not happy there, but that's where he is, and that's his contract. And you have to make the best of it. You and I signed with Spectrum 10 years ago.
We did.
We didn't cry. We didn't win a championship 9 years. We hung in there.
Took us a long time.
Now look at us.
Took us a long time.
No, but really, Rob's right. You can't put that kind of negative light on yourself. You just go out and play the game. That's what you grew up wanting to do. Just play the game. Then you have conversations with front office of what you would like to happen.
Yeah.
You don't do it publicly like this.
And with that said, I think because at the end of the day, no matter how much Houston wants to listen to James, because it sounds like they're still trying to find ways to make this work, they're not just going to accept anything in return. Not for a caliber player like that of James Harden.
Never are.
Ever. And I just saw a stat right as we went on air for postgame. He had 16 tonight. It's the first time that James Harden hasn't scored more than 20 points in 4 straight games. The last time that happened for him, he was coming off the bench in OKC in 2012.
Wow.
So you think about the way in which, from the organization standpoint, for him now personally, and the toll it's taking, as he just said. When he says that he doesn't think it could be fixed, I think they're there.
Listen, other teams are in these situations sometimes. We saw what happened with Anthony Davis and how that was handled. And then David Griffin comes in, new general manager there, and he does a nice job getting Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart and Lonzo Ball and draft picks and then making some other moves. So, Houston, like you said, Allie, it's tough, guys, to get – you're never going to match a player like James Harden, right? So you have to – you're going to be giving away your franchise player that James said you invested everything in for years. You're not going to get that same thing in return. All right, Anthony Davis goes 7 for 8 for 19 points. He's speaking with Mike in the media.
Yeah, Eddie, if we could start with your reaction to the LeBron no-look 3 and what you caught. Did you hear Dennis say that he wanted to make a bet and all that? What was your perspective?
I was at the scores table, so I didn't really hear what was going on. I saw him pump fake and shoot it, and then I looked at the other end of the floor, and I looked back. Everybody was going crazy. So I thought he just made a shot, and they were like, man, that's tough. That's tough. And so I walked back down, and I was like, what happened? And they told me. So I have yet to kind of see it. I I know it's probably all over, social media, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty crazy.
All right, and then just about the game, your reaction, being able to have efforts like that back to back defensively. You said that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, I think we did a good job on a team who can get hot from downtown. A team who can get hot scoring in general. We were very on point defensively tonight and the other night. We're starting to find ourselves defensively, finding out the team that we want to be. A team who plays harder than the other team. A team who plays scrappy and physical. We've been getting a lot of fast break points over the past couple of games. They've been starting with our defense. So we got to keep this going, keep being a defensive-minded first team, and then the rest will come easy for us.
Hey, D, we heard you got x-rays on your toe. What happened there, and how are you feeling, and what do you think about tomorrow's game? Yeah, we heard you jammed your left big toe. Is that right?
Moves fast as shit, don't you? It was on a play with the rebound. When I fell on the ground, tried to kick it to LeBron. I think he ended up saving it, and I forgot the rest of the play. But it's kind of like I just kicked the floor with my toe. So just got x-rays to make sure everything was fine. It's a little swollen right now, so get some treatment on the plane, treatment when we land in the morning, and let's see how it feels for tomorrow.
Dave?
Anthony, AD, you've 17 blocks last 5 games, I think. Anything, a common thread to that, being able to produce on that end? And is there any tweaks in the defense that are allowing that to happen? Or can you just comment on that?
Just energy and effort. Just playing with a lot more energy. Trying to protect the rim. We wasn't, blocking too many shots to start the season, and we wasn't really protecting the rim. And, trying to make us a better defensive team. I'm just trying to go out and do my part and protecting the paint for our guys. Guys get beat. Me or Mark have to be there to protect them if we're in the right position. Also just been communicating. Our communication has been very high, which has been leading to, charges and tough finishes at the rim for the opponent. And, when I'm down there just trying to quarterback everything so guys know where they're supposed to be. And if somebody comes to the paint, just, going out and just saving them and helping them out and doing my part on the defensive end.
Dan?
Hey, Eddie. You guys made pretty big roster changes this offseason and didn't have much of a break, and there'd be a lot of built-in excuses for why you guys could get off to a slower start. Are you surprised that you guys haven't, and why do you think you haven't?
We know what we're trying to do. We got guys, from last year who, want to repeat, and we got guys who's here for the first time that's trying to win a championship, except Mark, But, I feel like, we have a team who's willing to do whatever it takes to win. We're not going to, let, limited practice times or us not being together for a long time being an excuse for, not winning basketball games or not playing the right way. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. We hold ourselves accountable for everything we do on the floor as a team. And, we're still learning each other. But while we're doing that, we want to win basketball games. And the last couple of games that we've been playing, we just been playing very hard, being in the right spots, on both ends of the floor and been able to execute at a high level, locked into our schemes. And, the more we can do that, the more we can trust each other. It's only going to get easier for us. So, we haven't had that much time to get to know each other on the floor, and especially with COVID going on, that time that you spend as a team, to build that chemistry isn't there, like hanging out and things like that. But, we try to do that, as much as we can, while still following the protocols. But, we're not surprised at all that we got off to a start that we have, and we just got to do a better job at home. winning games at home. But for the most part, I think we got onto the start that we wanted to.
Last question, Mark Medina.
Hey, D, hope you're hanging in there. I got a different topic here. Your former school, Kentucky, the team knelt during the anthem recently, and I was wondering, as you being part of the NBA's efforts with speaking out on social justice issues, what would be your message to the guys with just how to navigate through the reaction to that?
What happened?
The Kentucky basketball team, they knelt during the anthem recently.
They did what?
They knelt during the anthem.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was wondering, what's your message to the guys with just dealing with the reaction afterwards?
Yeah, I didn't see it or hear about what happened, but it's something I got to get more info on. Honestly, I'm pretty sure Cal is gonna text me and about the situation because he always wants our input. The former Kentucky guys been in the league, especially us dealing with this. A lot more than, the Kentucky program. But I think those guys, especially with a guy like Cal, he makes sure those guys stick together and whatever it is that they do, they're going to do it together as a team. And it's good that they, did something as a team to speak out, for a college athlete. And I think there's no better program to do that than Kentucky because they're such of a powerhouse program, and I know a lot of schools kind of look their way for things, and so I think it's a good thing. I'll look more into it and find out more, and if we talk tomorrow, I can give you more information on it. But I think that Kentucky is a school that's always been trying to lead by example. And, it's probably one of many things that they did, together as a team to, speak and let their voices be heard.
Yeah, thank you.
Anthony Davis, Lakers get the win again, 6-0, now on the road. What a start to the season. Completely dominating, pretty special. Just like, Rob, here's your moment again. Put up your shoes. Get one more shot at Allie. I know. I'm not the producer of the show. It's just,
I'm so over
we're
this.
all working together.
Hey.
I just have nothing to say. Congratulations.
Allie, look what they did for you up there.
I'm not looking.
No, look, he's
My score feels really good. I see it.
You have to take this into consideration,
Yes.
Allie. The whole world knew what the outcome was going to be. It was just a matter of time when Alabama was just going to come out and destroy you. The question was how bad we were going to destroy you. You had your moment 3 or 4 years ago when you won it, but
with individuals who were affected by COVID, when our starting running back was taken out one play into the game.
Defense, I'll tell you. Allie,
do you need me to continue?
By the way,
excuses are like
at least get her gear that has the A on it. So
Oh,
it's kind of cute.